Gong Huanyu easily broke through the crowd and fled the underground chamber, only to run into Yun Weishan outside. Yun Weishan declared that she now belonged to the Gong residence. But Gong Huanyu refused to spare her, because he knew that half of the Liuhua blueprint was engraved on Gong Ziyu's body. He planned to use Yun Weishan as a hostage to force Gong Ziyu's hand. Gong Ziyu guessed this as well, and wanted to save Yun Weishan, but with his current strength, unless he mastered the 3 mirror flower styles, no one could rival Gong Huanyu. Elder Shui and Jin Fan transferred their inner power to Gong Ziyu so he could perform the technique. Everyone joined in the attack on Gong Huanyu to buy time for Gong Ziyu. Elder Yu unlocked the meridians of Elder Shui and Jin Fan, allowing them to transfer inner power faster. He then rushed out to assist Shui Zhongzi and Yun Weishan in surrounding Gong Huanyu. Shui Zhongzi was knocked down by Gong Huanyu and told Elder Yu to protect Yun Weishan. Just as Elder Yu was about to be defeated, Gong Ziyu, having consolidated his inner power, arrived and saved him. Together with Yun Weishan, he unleashed the Windflower 3 styles, whose power was indeed formidable. Gong Huanyu was stabbed but still managed to knock Yun Weishan down. At the critical moment, Gong Ziyu used the Mirror Flower 3 styles to strike down Gong Huanyu. This brotherly battle ended with Gong Ziyu's victory. Despite Gong Huanyu's cunning, he ultimately failed. Shangguan Xian took the half of the Liuhua blueprint from Gong Huanyu and was intercepted by Gong Shangjue while fleeing the Gong residence. She confessed her entire plan, intending to use the Liuhua to eliminate Dianzhu. In the end, Gong Shangjue let her go because she whispered in his ear that she was carrying the child of the Gong family. Fortunately, Gong Shangjue kept the blueprint she had intended to take. Gong Ziyu, in his capacity as sword wielder of the Gong family, issued a declaration to the martial world, announcing that Wufeng's half-moon fly was not poisonous and would not cause death, but was merely a tool to shackle the martial world with illusions. The Qingfeng sect's leader Dianzhu was in fact the head of Wufeng, known for his cruelty and for abducting children to train as his spies. The martial world was outraged but too afraid to act. The Gong family's notice was meant to alert all sects and heroes to rise against Wufeng's tyranny and restore peace. Gong Shangjue visited Gong Ziyu and revealed a mystery in his heart. All along, Gong Ziyu had thought that the secret scrolls and helpful messages left behind by his father were his doing, but they were actually Gong Shangjue's support. This showed that Gong Shangjue was far more broad-minded than he appeared, which was precisely why the old sword wielder had chosen him as successor. Shui Zhongzi, in memory of young Master Shui, recalled their days together. Meanwhile, Elder Yu remembered Yun Kei, feeling as if she was right beside him. Someone delivered a bracelet crafted by young Master Hua before his death, originally meant for Yun Kei. Now separated by life and death, it could only serve as a token of longing. Yun Weishan discovered her true identity. She was indeed from the Yun family of Lishi Town and even had a twin. This also explained why her identity was never exposed when Gong Shangjue sent people to investigate. Gong Ziyu gifted Yun Weishan a large chest of jewelry and once again confessed his love, hoping to spend a lifetime with her and never part. He also wished that she could smile every day, unlike his mother who was trapped in the Gong residence and lived a life of sorrow. Yun Weishan gave Gong Ziyu reassurance, saying that wherever he was the most peaceful place in the world, and she was willing to spend her life by his side. Yun Weishan expressed a desire to return to Lishi Town for a short visit and promised to return in a few days. They set a time to meet again, though Gong Ziyu regretted not being able to accompany her as the sword wielder. Jin Fan began to stick closely to Gong Zishang, unwilling to leave her side. Gong Zishang, in turn, acted playfully proud. Their bickering became a charming sight in the Gong residence. Yun Weishan returned to the Yun family in Lishi Town and unexpectedly encountered someone who looked exactly like her. At the same time, the leader of Wufeng appeared at the Yun family home. At the appointed time, Gong Ziyu arrived early at the gate of the Gong residence to await her return, but from sunrise to sunset, Yun Weishan never appeared. A vague sense of foreboding rose in his heart.